The big talk right now, guys, that I really don't see it the way that all the social media has reported it, and what everybody is saying is Nelly Furtado. The allegation is that she murdered the national anthem.
I'll go.
What's your view on this?
She butchered it. It was terrible. I don't know how many national. If an American had done what she had done, there would have been bloody murder all over.
I don't think she butchered it, Perry. I think
I'm telling you,
tried to do something different, and it
their own
worked out.
interpretation of how do you interpret the national anthem? How do you play it? It was ridiculous.
I missed it, so I can't even join in. I just read about it Mondays.
They went at her. I mean, I have experience from that. I remember singing at an Argos game, and my music director of many years, Rob, and he's still my partner in crime and music. He started in the wrong fucking key. He got a brain cramp, and I took it up the lower part of the abdomen, but we tried to be nonchalant, and we did we went back into it, and everybody caught it, and we pulled it off. But the crowd was extremely perceptive, and I took a beating. And I took a beating, and I'll man up. I mean, it was my band, so I'll take the blame. But I don't think that this was the case for Nelly Furtado. I think that she had some sort of arrangement. They had some sort of vision of what they felt like it was going to sound like. She's a great entertainer, a great singer, a great talent. Great Canadian talent, and it just didn't work out. And nobody's given it a chance.
You know what?
I mean, I saw the first sprinkle of massive social media rain down on her.
Okay,
go ahead.
I'm saying many years ago, Marvin Gaye sang the U.S. national anthem at the NBA All-Star Game. One of the most amazing renditions. He didn't try a different arrangement. Her part was, she tried a different arrangement, and I don't think it was appropriate for the national anthem.
So what are you saying? You say go through it the standard, proven,
No, I'm saying Neo did the American national anthem. He didn't.
I know the national anthem you're talking about, Marvin Gaye. He did it R&B style. It is one of the most successful videos that's on YouTube, and he killed it in a positive way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you want to choose to do a different arrangement, then you're monkeying with a song that really doesn't need it. Unless she could pull it off, I don't think she pulled it off.
Did you get all the words in?
That's what happens. Sometimes something seems like a great idea when you decide to do it, and sometimes you make a mistake. And I think that here there's two mistakes. The mistake is in the arrangement that they picked, because Nelly Furtado is one of my favorite singers. I think she's got a great voice. She's a great talent, and I think that they made the wrong choice for her.
Many years ago, I think it was during the 2006 Grey Cup, I was working for the Canadian Football League at the time, and she was doing a halftime act, and it was amazing.
I was there. It was in Winnipeg.
It was absolutely amazing, and I had a chance to...
Yeah, I was there. She was spectacular. I was in Winnipeg, and I was a guest of CBC, and she was magnificent.
Yeah, and I had a chance to talk to her the night before that. She was asking me some questions about certain players, and one of them had to do with G. Roy Simon, or maybe it was Anthony... I think it was Anthony Calvillo. She worked it in one of her songs instead of using Steve Nash, and she was amazing. She is one of the most amazing Canadian singers of all, but I'm saying she chose to do a different arrangement, and it didn't work. And to answer your question,
I agree. I think that
every single word, he had every
I agree with that.
word. It was going up and down in terms of, you could tell it was being changed for her. That's what she wanted to do.
How did the crowd?
I'm sure she agreed to it, but I think it was somebody must have suggested it to her.
I don't think so. I think you do that on your own. You don't tell somebody how to play the national anthem. I don't think, Frank, if somebody asked you to play the national anthem, would you want to do it according to what they said or the way you...
I have a standard version that we wrote, and it's worked for us. I've sang it maybe 150 times. It didn't work once. at the Argos game where we started in the wrong key because my piano player started in the wrong key. But we've used it 1,000 million times. Actually, we're using the American national anthem and the U.S. national anthem in a new movie that we have that we just finished. But my point, Perry, is very simple. Some shit happens, and either she got a brain cramp and the arrangement was spectacular. We'll never know that they chose and she didn't perform it properly, or the arrangement was bad. We'll never know. I feel bad for her. Roseanne Barr got beat up really bad when she thought she was doing something amusing when she did the national anthem at the baseball game, which was atrocious. And or Carl Lewis. Carl Lewis did a terrible job on the American national anthem. Was it at a baseball game too? I'm pretty sure it was at a baseball game.
Yeah, and it was terrible. Like one of them. I mean,
you're gambling big time. When you're doing the national anthem, you're gambling big time, and shit happens. You might get a brain cramp. You might all of a sudden just something happens, and that's why a lot of even the greatest singers in the world love to make absolutely sure that the words are up on the big jumbotron, because you can forget, and if you forget the words for the song that represents the nationality of who you are and what you're representing, or even for another country, because if you want to talk about big fucking bombs of national anthems, is when the guy in Las Vegas sang the Canadian national anthem. That was a fuck up for him.